That's the internet price. You're not giving me no more discount. That's BS.
Maritza, you know what? I completely understand. The fact that you say that tells me that you've purchased a vehicle before, and as a matter of fact, I happen to remember that you purchased a vehicle 6 years ago. 6 years ago, Maritza, you had to fight for your discount, didn't you?
Yes.
You had to go through that stressful, confrontational, gut-wrenching, time-wasting negotiation, didn't you? You told me you didn't like it, and I said 300 million Americans agreed with you. And then I told you things had changed. You didn't have to fight for the discount this time because we gave it to you in order to get you here. That's how things have changed, all right? I told you this would be a much quicker and stress-free purchase process. You're creating stress for me now, and you're slowing the purchase process down. I need your okay by one of these payments and your signature right down there.
Well, I think 619 is a little much for just.
For an Ultima?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? The fact that you say the payment's too high is evidence you're a perfectly normal human being. Almost everybody says the same thing. Other than the payment, though, if we can get that fixed, nothing else would stop you from taking the Ultima home today, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I find it very hard to say no to me, but I want you to work at it, all right? Okay. Look, the payment's the easiest thing in the world to explain. It's made up of the standard features that come with every Ultima. For example, if I told you I could get you down to 600, but you didn't get a steering wheel, that wouldn't work, would it? No, you're going to get all the standard features. You're going to get the options that you picked out. You're going to get the government-mandated equipment that every vehicle in America has to have because the U.S. government says we have to have it. That would be emissions and safety in nature. Now, from that, we subtract the $4,000 discount/rebate. Okay? To it, we add the taxes, and we also add the negative equity with your trade. That gives us a balance to finance. All right? Now, the balance to finance, the payment's determined using your credit history, the interest rate, and the term. So that's really easy to fix. If you want to lower your payment, put down more money. If you don't want to put down more money, and quite frankly, I don't think you should, you live with the 619. I need your okay right there.
No.
Oh, man. Oh. I understand. So what if I were to tell you that your payment really isn't 619 on this Ultima?
That'd be nice.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, Maritza, the payment really isn't 619 on your Ultima. Do me a favor. Grab your phone again. Divide 7,300 by 34,754.
Divide by what?
Divide 7,300 by 34,754.
Okay.
What's that number? 21%. Okay? Now take 619 and multiply it by 79%. No, take 619 and multiply it by 79%. $489. The payment for your new Ultima is $489 a month. The reason I'm showing you 619 is you ask us to pay off your trade. We're paying off your trade, including the negative equity. If you want to live with the $489, which is what the payment is for the new Ultima, I'll just need an additional $7,300 down, or you can have us pay it off and live with the 619, which works better for you.
Either way.
Say neither one of them work for me.
Neither one of them work for me.
I understand. I understand. I tell you what. Here's what's going to happen. All right? Because you absolutely deserve, and I know you can afford this Ultima, you're going to write a check for $619, and you're going to write that check 72 times. I know you don't want to, but guess what? It's going to turn out that you're not paying $619 for this vehicle. I promise you. All right? You'll be writing the check for $619. You'll be putting your signature on it. You'll be making it out to a lender, and you will be sending it electronically or by mail to a bank. And that's not what you want to do. I completely understand. But when you do that 72 times, what comes back to you in the mail? Once you've made your final payment, the title comes back, and the title is really cool because now there's only one name on it. There's your name. That's it. Okay? Now, everybody knows that automobiles depreciate, but not everybody knows that every time you make a car payment, there is a savings element to that car payment. Now, this is a $27,000 vehicle. Nissans hold their value well. As long as you don't crash it and trash it, as long as you take decent care of it, drive it like you intend, what do you think it will be worth in 6 years?
Maybe 13, 14?
Okay, let's be conservative. Let's say it's worth $13,000. So you make that last payment, back to you comes a title with your name on it, so it's free and clear, and that title is worth $13,000. You know what? That title behaves just like a share of stock, a very expensive share of stock, because you could trade it in, couldn't you? You could sell it, or you could borrow against it. But let's say you just keep it. Do me a favor, divide 13,000 by 72, 181. Here's the cool thing about buying a Nissan, Maritza. You have to write a check for $619, and I know that's painful. But $181 of every single payment you make is flowing right back to your title, which is absolutely a form of savings. Because this $619 you're paying that you think's going to go to the bank and the bank's going to keep it, that's not the case at all. Because if I subtract 181 from 619, basically I know that you are now paying a net of $438 a month for that vehicle. That's all you're paying to drive it. The rest of it is going back to the title, to the vehicle, which is yours in 72 months. It shows up on the asset side of your personal balance sheet. Maritza, I know $483 a month makes sense. I need your okay right there.
So do I still object to it?
You can go on and object for as long as you want to, because what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to actually what I'll do is that's the fourth time I've tried to close her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if I can't get her closed on the next one, I'm going to get help.
Put her in essential.
Well, you know what? By the way, do I want to switch the customer at this point in time?
No.
That's a desperation move. Okay, that's a last resort. Hopefully, I did a decent enough job of qualifying her to understand that she can make this payment. By the way, if she can't make this payment, nothing I've got works. If I put her on too much car, shame on me. But if we've got the customer on a vehicle that they can afford, you have got to justify these payments before you go back to the desk and start looking for a smaller payment. You know, what else could I do? What was she trading in? She was trading in a 14 Murano. Okay, a 14 Murano. What sort of fuel economy does it get relative to the 17 Ultima?
10 miles per gallon difference.
10 miles per. That's gonna be a big number. I mean, I keep on my phone
Fuel economy that goes.
and on my laptop. I mean, I go to I go to Safari here. What do I have? I have two MPG comparisons on my phone that I'll pull out and say, look, let's say,
Like as a customer or
as a customer.
Okay, I drive between 15 and 20.
Okay, 15, 20 miles a what? A day?
No, 1,000 a year.
Oh,
15,
1,000.
20,000.
1,000. Okay, so, and your Murano's getting what? About 17 miles per gallon right now?
In city, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to punch that in. 33.
29.
Fuel's what? 250?
250 right now.
What?
Maritza, your fuel costs are going to be $101 and a penny every single month. So, you know what? Your net payment is not $619, it's minus $101. That's only $518. Okay? I need your okay right here.
All right, I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah.
All right, by the way, I'm doing simple mathematics up here. This is not rocket science, but it's something that nobody teaches. Nobody teaches that third one I did, the net payment. I've not met a single car salesperson in the United States, a single manager, a single dealer. I've not met anybody that's ever seen it before. How did I figure it out? A Harley Davidson sales manager showed me. If I had known how to do what he showed me how to do 30 years ago, you definitely would not know who I am. Because I would have been retired a long time ago. Now, and by the way, did you feel any pressure while I was doing this? It was conversation. And by the way, why did I have Maritza doing the calculating?
Yeah, keeping me busy.
Keeping her engaged, and plus the numbers when she does them always have more credibility than the numbers when I do them. Okay? This is, I mean, what I just did up here is not complicated. It is not, I mean, my mathematical skills are horrible. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it make sense to remind Maritza of all the good stuff that comes with the car? If we wanted to, none of you knew about roadside assistance. That is so mind-boggling. But if we're not showing the customers all the value, that means we're leaving money on the table. All right? You have to show the customer all the value that they're getting. But they know about the warranties. Don't assume that they know about the warranties. And when I say, Maritza, you're not going to have to spend any money on a car payment for the foreseeable future, well, that means that she can make a bigger car payment because she's not going to have any money going out for car repairs. Okay? All right.